Hey guys, I know it's been a minute, but I'm back, chinchilla. Okay, sorry, that's from a rap song, one of my favorites. The Touch It remix with Busta Rhymes and literally everyone who was rapping at that time. Anyway, um, BET award for that was crazy. Anyway, that is not at all what I'm talking about. You guys see the title. You guys know what's up. You guys know I had to talk about it. I know usually I would wait for the Countdown City WrestleCast to talk about it. What's up, guys? But I cannot not talk about the return of CM Punk and the impact it has had on me as a fan, and I think on the wrestling world as a whole. Already, as of right now, let me double check. It is. Uh, let me refresh it. The video of CM Punk returning has already been viewed on YouTube almost 500,000 times. It is sitting right now at the him coming out is sitting at 451,000 views. The video of his promo is 468,000 views. So already 500,000 views. It just aired 3 hours ago. It's midnight right now, so it's technically the 21st. So after CM Punk Day, also August 21st is my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad, and my friend Tara's birthday. Happy birthday, Tara. Um, but I'm trying to keep this a shorter video than usual because I don't want to go too long. But I do want to say how great it felt to see not only CM Punk back, but to hear the Chicago reaction. Now, the second he came out in Chicago, it was going to be nuclear. The happiness of the fans, and not only was it everything I expected, it was more people crying, people jumping up and down. CM Punk jumped into the crowd, and to hear Cult of Personality blaring one more time through a wrestling arena for CM Punk's entrance was just everything I didn't know I was missing until I heard it. In case you haven't noticed, I am one of the people who, when they hear CM Punk, is super happy. I was one of the people who came up with ROH. I'm one of the ones who bought World Title Classic, Joe versus Punk 2. I'm the one who bought Death Before Dishonor 3 when he faced Austin Aries. I bought all those DVDs. I bought Punk, The Final Chapter. I bought Unscripted 2 when he surprised everyone and showed up when ROH was having snow issues and couldn't get a lot of their talent, but CM Punk could make it. I'm one of those guys who saw the hour-long classics. I was at the original Summer of Punk. I was watching Raw live that night when he cut the pipe bomb promo. I remember Money in the Bank when he beat Cena. I remember him having the longest title reign in the modern era with the WWE Championship. I remember the disappointment when he left, but understanding why he did. I remember the frustration, the sadness that came out online, that came out, with this personal stuff and everything like that during his interviews and all that kind of stuff. I remember that. And to see him back in pro wrestling, crying that he's back in the ring, is just everything that a fan of his could hope for. You know, as a fan of him, and I'll just say it, a fan of Colt Cabana. I don't know where they both stand still to this day. I'm hoping maybe someday things can work out, but that's I'm not trying to say they should here or there because I don't know their personal lives like that. And I'm not trying to know their personal lives like that. That's none of my business. I'm just a fan. I'm just saying I hope one day everything can be worked out. But that being said, to see the look on Punk's face, to hear that Chicago crowd, to feel it even from watching it. I was at my parents' house watching it. I was seeing my dad for his birthday, and they like to just see what's going on because they know I love wrestling so much. So we turned on Rampage, and when his music hit, I ran through my parents' house just screaming in happiness. Uh, and I'm actually kind of hoarse because I was actually over there talking and explaining to them why this is such a big deal. Because my dad has heard me talk about CM Punk. My mom's heard me mention him a few times, but they didn't know why it's such a big deal that he's back. So I explained it to them. And then they watch the rest of the show, and they always enjoy watching wrestling whenever I'm doing it. I don't. It's not something my mom would ever watch without me there, but it's always fun to watch it with my parents because they're always like, "Oh wow, ooh, ouch," and that's just great to me. I got the greatest parents in the world. Anyway, um, yeah, but back to CM Punk, man. Like I said, all the things I said before, you know, that's why this is so exciting to me. You know, when CM Punk calls himself the best in the world in WWE, that wasn't the first time I'd ever, heard him allude himself to that, because that was his thing in Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, you know, at that time, and for some people, me included, is still one of the best companies in the world. And at that time, that's when you had, Samoa Joe, you had Homicide, you had, that's where, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon there. You had so many guys come through that place who are just like, immortalized superstars now. But I knew them from Ring of Honor. Fast forward a few years, guys like Kevin Owens when he was Kevin Steen, Sami Zayn when he was El Generico, Cesaro when he was Claudio Castagnoli, even Sarah Del Rey, who's Sarah Amato, her name's Sarah Amato, who's a trainer in WWE. This is where I knew all these people originally. This is how I discovered them. This is how I became such fans of theirs. So yeah, so I'm one of the people that CM Punk this is a big deal. This is a huge deal. This is why I'm a wrestling fan. CM Punk is one of the reasons why and in fact, one reason I gravitated towards him because I was straight edge. I still am, and I was always looking for maybe in a way representation with that, because I don't drink, and all that kind of stuff, and to see someone like me, even when he was a heel, I was still a fan because the whole straight edge lifestyle was something I aspired to, and still do. I don't be just that's just me. I'm not trying to say anything about anyone who drinks and like that. That's just me. It's a personal choice that I've made. That's why CM Punk being back is such a big deal for me. He's a guy who his entire career I was following, and even after he left wrestling, I was just the little things he did here and there, and I was just super happy he was still doing stuff. Try not to get too emotional here because CM Punk really did mean a lot to me as a fan. Because he was like he says, he seemed like a regular guy who was doing these amazing things, having these amazing matches, considered one of the best in the world, and that I remember when Kevin Steen defeated Davey Richards for the ROH World Title, he said Davey Richards was the best in the world, and I always wish we could have got that match, Davey Richards and CM Punk. It could happen now. We could have that match. We could have Davey Richards versus CM Punk. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. So, before that would have been impossible. But now, maybe a couple years down the line, we could get that. And that's insane to me. It's insane that I'm saying right now CM Punk is going to wrestle at a pay-per-view in 2 weeks at AEW All Out. It is insane to me that the sentence CM Punk is wrestling on a pay-per-view is back in my vocabulary. It is insane for me to say CM Punk came back to wrestling. I'm probably going to celebrate this weekend by watching a whole bunch of CM Punk matches, remembering his feuds with Raven, with Homicide, with Samoa Joe, with Christopher Daniels and the Prophecy. His feuds in WWE. Because he made there were still some good matches there. I understand why he doesn't want to talk about it. That's his business, and I completely understand. But there were some good matches there. But it is a great time to be a fan again. I'm sure we will talk more about this on the WrestleCast, and I hope you guys will tune in this coming Tuesday at around 9 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook. We will be live, and hopefully I'll be able to do another video soon. I think I'm finally getting my audio issues and my video issues worked out. And I know this went a little bit long, but thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Tweet at me. Do what you got to do. Let me know what you think about the return of the best in the world, CM Punk. And for ROH Throwback, this is real. This is Straight Edge.